the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
That lassie got glassed and no cunt leaves here till we find out what cunt did it. Who the fuck are you? Yes!
22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't wanna take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines and stuff.
Welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Sievertson. Today is Monday, another one day, April 14th, and I'm here with James Fass and Mike Finley.
Another one.
James is so upset with the bit already.
That was good.
Anyway, yeah, so it's actually been 2 weeks since we've recorded. Is that no 3 weeks? How does it work?
No, it's two.
It's been so long.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
2 weeks ago we recorded 2 weeks worth. It's just weird how stuff works whenever you do something on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Because if you skip one, you miss two. I mean, half a fucking month. It's crazy. Anyway.
Time travel.
Yeah. So here we are. Right back in it. But give us a 2 week. Anything interesting that happened in the last two weeks, guys? Whoever wants to go first.
Mike, you go.
Nothing really interesting. Work's been super fucking chaotic.
You went to a wedding.
I did go to a wedding.
So you were in Texas.
I was in Texas for TIDS.
Tyler, Texas.
No, we actually drove to Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where in Oklahoma?
Broken Bow.
Okay. Well, hey, people say that's real nice.
Yeah, no, actually, so it's funny. Like, we were driving in, and I was like, I swear to God, I've been to this fucking place before.
Oh, really?
And then I texted Kevin, I was like, have we ever been camping in Broken Bow? And we certainly have.
Dang, y'all did it before. It was cool.
Yeah.
Because my parents, man, that's like one place that they fucking go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with their friends, neighbors.
Nice. No, it was a nice area. Definitely there's a lot more there than was there.
Right, exactly.
10 years ago when we went camping.
Is that where your brother stabbed himself?
No. That was in Abilene, Texas.
Okay, that's a normal place to stab yourself, to be honest. So no concern there.
Yeah.
But yeah, work's been crazy.
Yeah, works. I mean, we got another 3 weeks for it to to get through, and then it'll settle down.
Well, hey, if you want to get some of these out of the way, so you got another Saturday open. There's always that option. Just remember that in the future.
I will.
If you got a heavy week at work, we can knock some of these out.
I did like going back to back doing recording. I thought that was.
I didn't know what to do with myself.
Oh,
I was
Saturday?
like, well, I got the time off now.
Yeah.
Like, should I?
Oh, like last weekend? That's funny.
I was not.
Yeah. Believe me, every second that I can to sit in a dark room and just not move. Ooh.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, look out. But anyway, yeah. So, anything else from the last 2 weeks, Mike?
No. I mean, that's basically business as usual.
I think people are clambering.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Call back.
Yeah.
To hear updates on Scout's drum lessons.
Yeah.
I think people want to know.
So, fun fact: she's had like one teacher. And she's had a substitute
Here's the
twice.
thing, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish. But I have heard that this drum teacher discourages odd time signatures, and listen, she's brand new. I'm just joking. It just happened to be like what was I was making a joke about her playing something, and then you were like, yeah, he specifically said anything in a normal time.
Yeah.
He specifically said don't listen to your friend.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Megan decided that she changed her drum teacher. So now, instead of doing 5:30 on Wednesdays, she does 5 o'clock on Wednesdays. And instead of this other guy, it's a different guy who I think, honestly, is a better teacher.
Okay, all right.
Now,
as long as we're getting better experiences and better results.
Well, there was like the last 4 weeks where she's just playing on a pad. We're paying this guy.
Sure.
Or she's just paying. I want you to practice time. It's like, okay.
Paradiddles.
I mean, I get it. But we also want to hear her playing.
You know what's interesting?
The
is
droop.
You do have to practice your rudiments all
Dude,
the
it's
time
cra-
on
it
drums.
is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. But here's the thing. I think hopefully, this is my guess, you're getting her ready to pursue this in middle school, in high school, right?
Well, she wants to for sure.
Right. If she's still digging
Possibly
it.
in Wes's
If she's
band
still-
when Wes is 65.
No, no. That believe me, unless I'm sitting in a chair, I'm not doing that shit at 65. There's no way. There's
Well,
just
depends
no.
on if the lights are on or not.
With the lights? What?
Yeah, you said you like to sit in a dark room.
Oh, for sure. No, if I got a guitar, I know where the frets are.
I
don't
get
need-
you.
I can close my eye. Not really though. I'm not.
That's.
You know.
I turn the lights off so I don't have to close my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Because I still kind of see it if the lights are off. But no. It's just, I mean, listen, like, whatever she's getting in now is great. However hard y'all want her to go is great. If she was going into like Kimbrough, into Poteet, and in 2004.
Sure,
like
sure.
me and those fools, man, they're gonna they beat time into you. Not really, obviously, but no, I mean, I actually. But here's the thing: is like, yeah, it's not great. Like, I don't know how she was feeling about it, like as herself, a child. I definitely didn't value the discipline that they were trying. Like, I mean, honestly,
I think the difference between this teacher and the other one is he's giving her little fills to practice. And then from there, we're developing the time versus just like, okay, I give you one thing, and I just want you to practice time.
Sure. And you know what? I definitely think for like, again, we're not in China, and you're not like beating it into her. Sorry, China.
Well, it's fun too. He gives her like sticky notes at the end of the lesson, and it's actually like written down as sheet music of like this is what the fill is. So that's why if you ever go through,
oh, cool, yeah,
you know what this is. So I kind of like that aspect.
Having
rolling forward,
more visual representation. No, I mean obviously that's a huge part of it too. But I mean ultimately, man, it does come down to like I think the reason some people don't think that they might be good at music or think that they don't have whether it's rhythm or it's like they can't sing in a key or they can't sing in tune. You just don't. You haven't gone through the discipline it honestly takes.
Sure.
And like some people are naturally talented for sure, but even then. If they don't keep up with it, ask Shelby. You know what I mean?
100%.
Dude, every time I start talking like this as though I'm on a podcast while we're jamming, he pulls that goddamn pad out.
Yeah, no, he was always on that.
That's
pad.
what I'm saying.
Always on that
and like,
pad.
If you don't know, like what I kind of love about that is like if you're not familiar with like keeping your chops up, you may see that as like the most condescending thing that he could do, which I love.
Also, if you're not familiar with Wes, you won't know when
yeah. That's also true.
Come up.
Oh my God. Okay, we need to get to today, but like you just brought up so perfectly. Like once we jammed at Joe and Kevin's apartment right before a show. And Joe was there, and like we were in the living room, you know, and like. In the middle of us jamming, you could just tell he like wanted to play Xbox or like PlayStation or whatever. And I stopped and I was like, "Dude, if you want to play, just play." And he's like, "Oh well, you know, I just didn't want to be rude." And it's like, "Would I do it?" and Shelby was just like, "Yeah, like if he would do it, if you know, just Wes is the kind of and that's right. Just like there's nothing.
People are
going
to be playing PlayStation after your shows, so
dude.
you gotta.
One time
it's
we
good
did
practice.
Well, one time we thought about bringing an old tube TV or whatever, putting it on the edge of the stage and bringing Super Smash Bros. We definitely thought about doing that. Just like, hey, we're gonna jam, but like if y'all want to like, I want to see who's best. That would have been a lot of fun. Well, that was one. We also thought about like asking Kevin if he'd be down to like change my scooter's oil on stage, like while we jammed. You know, like we definitely wanted to do some stupid stuff just because like.
I forget you had a moped.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Hey, listen,
Dude, that shit was so funny to watch you ride.
I know. Especially because then, like, because it was a Honda Metropolitan, and if you only like 6 months after I got that thing, they came out with the Honda Ruckus, which just looks so
and
much
then
more.
everyone had a Ruckus.
Yeah, like cool dudes had a Ruckus.
Yeah.
I had a Metropolitan.
Everyone at Pascal had a Ruckus.
Well, no, it was one Ruckus that 3 people drove, but yeah.
Same thing.
It was 3 roommates, you know. So
timeshare
a community ruckus, nice.
You know what though, like if I'm being hard on myself sometimes, or if James, Mike, whatever, those guys were 40 years old, so and they were doing great. Right? They were doing great, so yeah. I mean, some of them have kids now, so they have to live separately, and like actually, one of them lives in Colorado.
How do they divide the custody amongst the ruckus?
Well, 2 of them, people just don't take that shit as seriously, I think, as maybe some other, like if I owned a ruckus and I knew I've just been burned so many times. Like if someone would ask me to borrow my ruckus, it would be like your cousin or something. No offense.
Yeah, no,
it would be a guy that we know that you're just like, that's not coming back in one piece. It's just not. It's just absolutely not. These guys don't worry about that. They just don't. So that's kind of a weird thing, right? Whenever you like grow up in like a really supportive like intact family, and you and then you are surrounded by other people who like grew up in that kind of situation, and none of them are like, you're gonna make my life worse. There's no way that they don't think that. They don't think that.
Right.
I'm constantly worried about that.
They have no trauma.
No, the last time a friend of ours called us and was like, hey, can I sleep like at your place? It's like, dude, I literally don't have a couch. I just moved into this place, and like it's the pandemic, and I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. And like, well, I can just like sleep on your floor. No, you can't. You can't. And that's the last time.
You said that to someone?
Yeah, dude. I mean, well, it's not like this was the first time that they've needed something from one of us or something. You know what? Hey, if I can
Was
get
it
on
like a dear friend?
No. Listen, a dear friend who I would come home and things would be gone. There's just no question. At that point, it's just how he did it to other friends of ours. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I wouldn't be the first person burned. And fool me once, there's an old saying in Texas.
Can't get fooled
At least
again.
I know it's a saying in Texas. It might be a saying in Tennessee. Fool me once, can't get fooled again. Fool me twice, now watch us drive. Okay.
Pretty much.
And plus, I don't think you were the first person he called.
That was the thing, right? Like, someone actually forewarned me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Hey, just up. You're probably up next.
Probably gonna get. You know what? We're gonna get today. Gonna get to today. Did we get through the weekend check? I'm sorry, James. What about you?
I didn't do shit.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, easy enough. I really didn't either. I worked. Yeah. I mean, we're doing the baseball podcast. But yeah. Anywho, I forgot what I was going to say, and that's good. Let's get to today.
Let's do it.
All right. Today is Monday, April 14th, like we established almost 12 minutes ago. More like 11 because of the open.
11 some change.
All right. On this day in history, in 1958, the Soviet satellite Sputnik 2 falls from orbit after a mission duration of 162 days. This was the first spacecraft to carry a living animal, a female dog, a bitch, excuse me, named...
My fault.
Yeah, I just want to give her the respect of her title. Laika. Someone tell us, and then we know people are listening. Who likely lived only a few hours. So another reason to hate the Russians, they had no respect for dogs.
So the dog was dead in space for
Why didn't they put a snake in there?
161 days?
Essentially. What'd you say, James?
Why didn't they put a fucking snake in there?
There's a shortage of snakes in Russia.
Put a snake in it? Oh, Justin. For some reason, I thought you were suggesting a snake in there with the dog, and I was very
Why didn't they put a gorilla in there, a snake, a toucan?
Yeah, just all of it.
Toucan.
Yeah, why not like a miniature?
Make 'em
like,
fight.
yeah, it's just a symbol for Noah's Ark, and we're sending it. Yeah, put like a nearly extinct animal in there just to show how much we fuck.
Ooh.
We don't even care. Like, oh, a griffin, last one, send it in space. Who cares if it dies? We don't need them. We're cooler than a griffin. That's why we don't have griffins anymore.
By the time it comes back down, that's the most delicious beef jerky you've ever had.
Man,
freeze dried.
I don't want to get too much into it, but I may dedicate an entire bonus episode. I've told you about this, but a short story that a fellow student, a colleague, as I've heard them called, when I was in undergrad, and he wrote a short story that was supposed to be like his version of Noah's Ark, actually, and it's one of the most fascinating, batshit crazy things I've ever read in my life. And he either made something very brilliant on purpose, or he's insane. And
it's hip, it's fresh, it's Noah's Arcade.
And Sphincter says what? All right. On this day in 1994, in a friendly fire incident during Operation Provide Comfort. The irony.
That doesn't sound like any operation the military's ever had before.
Provide comfort. That's back whenever they were like, we got to soften the way this sounds for when it hits the media.
PR.
Fast and Furious in the 70s really made us look bad. Anyway, to provide comfort in northern Iraq. 2 U.S. aircraft were mistakenly shot down by U.S. Army. Oh no, 2 U.S. Army men. I'm sorry, aircraft. What am I reading? I need to blow it up. I can't read no more. Listen, 2 aircraft mistakenly shot down 2 Army helicopters, killing 26 people.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, hey, listen, we only send our best 19-year-olds to Iraq.
That's right.
Iraq. Sorry, guys. On this day in 2023. What is this? The Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer is launched by the European Space Agency. Oh, see, they already knew that they needed to not rely on NASA because they'd been shedding that for a while. The U.S. government, Anyway, all right. Today in music history, we got 2 notes. On this day in 1983, a record. Listen, David Bowie's 15th studio album was released. Let's Dance. The most interesting note about that is that it introduced the world to Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, right. I knew that I knew that, but I forgot. I definitely had forgot. So I just thought everybody needed to remember that that's where that fool came from.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, David Bowie.
Let's dance. Wow. What's that song? Is it The Sky's Crying, you can see the turds rolling down the street? The sky's crying.
I don't even know what that is.
You can see the turds. He says tears, but with his
Oh, yeah.
with his weird,
I like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
No, yeah.
R.I.P.
I mean, I'm not a stan, as they say. I'm not
I
gonna
know
have
he died in a helicopter crash. Was that part of the
1994 friendly fire incident?
Friendly fire.
He just felt like he needed to serve his country in his 60s or something.
R.I.P. Stevie Ray.
No, yeah, he's Dallas local or Texas local.
Texas local.
Yeah.
Amarillo, I think, right?
Yeah, there you go, something like that. But no, I again not like a super stan or nothing. But no, I mean, can't knock him at all. It's fun to watch. I've never shied away whenever someone's. Like a friend's dad's been like, hey, check this out.
The first time I ever heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan was from that guy.
Right. Hey, look at this.
I know who wins the Hunger Games.
I know who wins it. Yeah, God, so our buddy's dad rented the Hunger Games. He waited until it was on DVD and he rented it and he watched it in his office and then he just comes out and we're playing probably Super Smash Brothers or something and he walks out and he's just like, well, I know who wins the Hunger Games.
It's the greatest goddamn thing.
And I lost it.
Like it's a football game.
Exactly, dude. It was probably the protagonist, right? Anyway, all right. On this day in 2017, Kendrick Lamar's Pulitzer Prize-winning album "Damn" is released.
Nice.
Let's see. Ooh, very important. Let's see.
Action.
Today in TV news. TV and film news, sorry. On this day in 1993, one of the most influential millennial programs debuted. Bill Nye the Science Guy debuts on KCTS-TV.
KCTVS!
And then it was projected and shared and propagated through elementary schools for a decade, maybe plus. I don't know. I wasn't in elementary school a decade after that. But anywho.
Surrogate father.
Yep, yeah. It's surrogate, smart, casual, never stern, never angry father. Yes.
Shoulda, yeah. Yes, I agree.
Love him. Also on this day, let's see. Yeah. Oh, Turner Classic Movie, 1994. That was launched. I honestly have a lot more to say concerning Turner Classic Movies and Stephen King's overusage and reliability on the fact that people our age may have actually watched. Okay. He has this book called Fairy Tale, and he tries to make it like a modern person like us, our age, in a fairy tale world. It's very smart and it's fun. There's a dog and you want to know what happens to the dog. That's why I finished it. But ultimately, the number of times he's like, it kind of reminded me of that old Turner Classic movie or that I saw on TCM. Old man, you don't have any references past 1980, and you think you're going to make a narrator who's obsessed with the Turner Classic Movie channel, and that's how you're going to get your old man references in. Anywho, all right. Listen, seriously, Google Fairy Tale, Stephen King, Reddit, Turner Classic Movie, Reddit. There's many posts. It's not just me. All right, we got to get through birthdays.
That's the pies.
Yes, that
is the pies.
Hey, honestly, I'm gonna have more, I imagine, but that's today's. The pie shop doesn't have any pies.
Another one-day pie day.
But listen, I'm telling you, it's not just me. Go to Reddit, put in the correct words. Oh, here's James. Nope, Wes is just crazy. Put it in. Stop backing into angled parking spots the wrong way. All right, let's get through some birthdays. Actually, you know what? On this day in 2000, American Psycho was released.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. It's a satire. If you don't get that, turn your brain on. Okay, happy birthday, turning 57. Anthony Michael Hall, part of the Brat Pack. What's that movie? What's that movie with the
Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Dark Knight.
He's also in the Dark Knight.
That's right, yeah. He's in the latest season of a Reacher.
Oh, okay, you
Yeah.
watch Reacher?
Yeah.
Is that fun?
It is fun.
It seems like they did it right this time.
Yes.
Where they made it
They
like
got a big old sexy dude.
right. So it's more
Fucking
about
dad
the
from
violence.
Blue Mountain State.
Maybe?
Oh, I was wondering where he came from. I didn't know that. Yeah. I was wondering
Yeah.
like where'd this guy come from? I mean, cool.
Yeah,
he
that
seems
guy's
like a
huge.
dope dude or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, all right. Turning 29, Abigail Breslin. Cue Silence of the Lambs drop. She's a big girl, yes sir. No, you know, Abigail Breslin, from Little Miss Sunshine.
wait.
Oh wait, she's a great big fat person.
She's a big girl, yes, sir.
Turning 52, Adrian Brody, the most recent Academy Award winner for leading actor. Turning 48, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yum. We were watching
Buffy herself.
Fucking watching Buffy last night.
You know what you shouldn't
Also in
watch?
Scream 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. You know what you shouldn't watch with your family?
What's that?
Cruel Intentions, but
Ooh.
you should watch it. Turning 48 and recently and the star of a recently canceled show on Apple TV, Rob McElhaney. Don't worry, it wasn't one of his good ones.
Okay.
Turning 64 today, Robert Carlyle. He's from Trainspotting and other stuff. He's like an Irish actor. He's really good. He might have actually been like in some Doctor Who or something. I think he might have been like a bad guy or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But speaking of Doctor Who,
That's right.
tell us, Mike.
Turning 67, the 12th Doctor himself, Peter Capaldi.
Boom. He seems like a really good actor.
Yeah, no, I really liked his iteration as the Doctor.
He just has a fantastic screen presence, just going off of Suicide Squad. And finally, turning 65, Brad Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Huge dude. All right, we will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, y'all. I
Let me
think he's
tell
a
you something.